Hey there, we're going to be reading the story, What Do You Do with a Tail Like This by Steve Jenkins and Robin Page. And what I want you to do for this story, we're going to be learning information all about different animals and the parts of their body and what they do with those body parts. And so you're going to take your paper like this, if you want to go ahead and do that now before we start, and you're going to divide your paper into 4 squares. And then as I'm reading, I want you to decide 4 of the animals that you thought were interesting that you want to write and draw more about. So in each of these boxes, you're going to pick an animal that we read about, and you're going to write the name of that animal, draw the animal, and then I want you to tell what they do with that body part. Okay, so you're going to have 4 different animals, and you'll have the name of the animal, a little drawing of them, and then you're going to describe what they do with the body part we learned, okay? So you can work on that as we go. If you want to pause as we go along, you can add to it, or if you want to do it at the end, that's fine too. All right, so what do you do with a tail like this? Animals use their noses, ears, tails, eyes, mouths, and feet in very different ways. See if you can guess which animal each part belongs to and how it is used. At the back of the book, you can find out more about these animals. What do you do with a nose like this? Do you know what some of those animals are? If you're a platypus, you use your nose to dig in the mud. If you're a hyena, you find your next meal with your nose. If you're an elephant, you use your nose to give yourself a bath. If you're a mole, you use your nose to find your way underground. If you're an alligator, you breathe through your nose while hiding in the water. You see how their nose is above the water? What do you do with ears like these? Can you guess some of those animals? If you're a jackrabbit, you use your ears to keep cool. If you're a bat, you see with your ears. If you're a hippopotamus, you close your eyes. You close your ears when you're underwater. They can actually close their ears underwater. If you're a cricket, you hear with your ears that are on your knees. If you're a humpback whale, you hear sounds hundreds of miles away. What do you do with a tail like this? Can you guess some of those tails? If you're a giraffe, you brush off pesky flies with your tail. If you're a skunk, you lift your tail to warn that a stinky spray is on the way. That's kind of cool. He made the words look like spray. If you're a lizard, you break off your tail to get away. If you're a scorpion, your tail can give a nasty sting. If you're a monkey, you hang from a tree by your tail. What do you do with eyes like these? Can you guess some of those animals? If you're an eagle, you spot tiny animals from high in the air. If you're a chameleon, you can look 2 ways at once. If you're a 4-eyed fish, you look above and below the water at the same time. That's pretty cool. If you're a bush baby, you use your large eyes to see clearly at night. And if you're a horned lizard, you squirt blood out of your eyes. Did you guys know that? The horned lizard. What do you do with feet like these? Can you guess some of those feet? If you're a chimpanzee, you feed yourself with your feet. That's pretty interesting. If you're a water strider, you walk on water. If you're a blue-footed booby, you do a dance. If you're a gecko, you use your sticky feet to walk on the ceiling. If you're a mountain goat, you leap from ledge to ledge. What do you do with a mouth like this? Can you guess some of those animals? If you're a pelican, you use your mouth as a net to scoop up a fish. If you're an egg-eating snake, you use your mouth to swallow eggs larger than your head. If you're a mosquito, you use your mouth to suck blood. If you're an anteater, you capture termites with your long tongue. If you're an archer fish, you catch insects by shooting them down with a stream of water. Did you know that? They can shoot the little bug with water and it lands in their mouth. And then I'm not going to read all this, but if you ever get this book one day, there is further information about each of the animals that we read about in this story. So that if you are interested in learning more about them, you can do that in this part of the book. All right, so I want you to go back to your paper if you haven't done that yet. And inside your paper, write the name of the animal, draw it, and then write the interesting fact that you learned about that animal. All right. Thank you for joining me for our story, What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? And I will see you guys all later.